Ladies and gentlemen, our farmers in northern Uganda, my name is Sero Galatia. I work with Agrisol as the senior agronomist. Agrisol is located in Lord Road, Lira City Town. Today, I would like to take one of the products that Agrisol is having in the shop, that is vegetables. So the topic today I'd like to handle is about cabbage. Most of the people had been wondering, how can they get cabbage and how is cabbage grown? What is the production of cabbage? What costs you in a cabbage? Right, when I talk about cabbage, cabbage is one of the best horticultural crops you can go for as a farmer. And remember, cabbage is like something, a short-term, vegetable that doesn't take time. When you go for, you can get your salad at home. Cabbage as well is very easy to manage. Imagine, cabbage is also another good thing that when you grow, you can have it in a short term. Now, when we look at it, what do I mean here? We have different varieties of cabbages that most of the people want to know. Like when you come to Uganda here, you find that we have the variety called open pollinated varieties. That is the OPV, whereby one of them is like this other one I'm holding in my hand here. This is Copenhagen's market. It is one of the open pollinated varieties, which means it's not a hybrid. There's a way that it's a bit weaker in other performance. So for it can either be attacked maybe by the blight and the rest. But when you leave that, we have a good varieties, which is now the hybrids. The open pollinated varieties, it has been in the previous years, long time, like 50 years ago. Many of the farmers have been growing only that long along, and they are very tight, like the drum head is there. They were very many. But right now at the top, the techniques and the scientists they have come with are very good ones that nowadays are very tolerant to some of the diseases that always attack. For example, the hybrid ones I have here the one which is called, this is Tropicana. Tropicana is one of the best hybrid that has come in and actually is being produced by Similis. That is one of the best hybrids. And then also have another one here, which is called Victoria F1. Victoria F1 is a very good cabbage. When you go for, you just have the best. And remember all these, I'm going to tell you how long it takes in the garden. I also have another variety called Gloria F1. Gloria F1 comes from Jubilee seeds. All these are the better hybrid that you can go for as a farmer in northern Uganda. Can you imagine? Even royal seeds not leaving us alone. We also have another variety called Petrolia. When you go for, you are just a smiling person at the end of the day. Now, what duration does it take for you to grow cabbage and then you begin smiling? Cabbage takes a duration of only 3 months gestation period. And now, what can you do? Now nursery beds of cabbage needs you to leave it for around 3 to 4 weeks. How can you manage? And why do we have nursery beds? Nursery bed, first of all, we want to know whether this cabbage can germinate. That's why we have nursery beds. We also want to know, can the seed really be in a position to transplant when it's now big enough? It's like when a woman is pregnant, you need to prepare something for the what we are coming in on. So now, which means when you have this one in the nursery bed, of course, now you need to begin buying now the fertilizers. You look for the inputs, what are necessary for you, so that you can manage this one very well. Now, another thing that will make us to go for this, remember, it is in a small portion. That's why we have a nursery bed. So that when you manage from there, it's very easy for you. Now, I want to take you to something very important in a cabbage. Cabbage, when you are planting, by the time of planting, by the way, nursery bed, you need to do what we call adding it off. Adding it off, that means you are exposing to the sunshine, the hard conditions. Because when you expose it, the cabbage will have the time to begin now getting to the hard condition. So that by the time of transplanting, it doesn't get time to dry off. And then they survive very fast. That's why we have a nursery bed, adding it off in the nursery bed prior to 1 week transplanting. Another thing that I want somebody to know, when I'm going to transplant my cabbage, what is the spacing? You need to use now 2 feet by 2 feet. That is 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter. You will have your cabbage smartly. What is the fertilizer will I go for? You can go for NPK, you can go for DAP. What is the use of the DAP for the cabbage? DAP will make sure the roots of the cabbage keep on developing the manner. When you go for the cabbage, remember cabbage, you are going to smile. I said it is 3 months time. Another thing that I would like to also to let people know, there are a lot of things that we always make sure that a farmer of the cabbage has to know. There are some management that we need. There are some cutworms that comes and disturb, some offers. Now, what will you do? You need to use some pesticide. Like, for example, the likes of rockets here. There are some cutworms that comes because it's sweet. You need to look for the pesticide that can come and help you, which you have in cypermethins. Now, you need to chase them away. And when you're spraying, how will you use? You just get this one, certain mils in 20 liters, and then you go and spray so that no cutworm disturb your cabbage. In fact, when I'm really talking about the cabbage, I always smile because I know how cabbage is very easy to manage. And then also, you need to do also what we call mulching. There are some farmers who doesn't know what to call mulching. Mulching, these are the thin layers you always put within the plantation of the cabbage. You find when you put those mulches, the cabbage is going to perform very well. The garden is going to be very moist. There's no any weed it's going to suit out. It suppress the weeds, and then also it also gives some organic fertilizers to the stem of the cabbage. Therefore, your cabbage will be very wonderful. Now, how about when the sunshine become a challenge? When the sunshine become a challenge, you can as well go for other things that can. We have solutions. Either you can use the watering or the other mulching also help, but otherwise you can either apply this what you call NutriPlant organic fertilizer plus. That fertilizer, it will regulate the weather. You can use that fertilizer so that when you apply to the cabbage, you have no problem. All else, you can do the boosting. We have a lot that you can use for boosting. So far, I have this one in my hand here. This is called Rapid Fast. Rapid Fast is one of the best fertilizers, which is a booster you can use and apply on it. You can as well go for the Vegimax. Vegimax is also going to make sure they are growing vegetatively at a very good level and a very good stage, and the performance will be very wonderful. So when you go for this, just know that you are ready to get a very wonderful cabbage. And when they're coming, they come when they're really, you just appear, you enter your garden, you feel like you stay in the garden for a longer time. And then also another thing that I'm really introducing to most of the farmers in northern Uganda, actually part of the country, we have this column. Column is one of the best fungicide. In Morava, it's in a liquid form. You use just 1 ml to 1. That is 1-to-1 ratio. So when you use this, of course, if you have a sticker, you apply now, even though it rained within 5 minutes, you have no problem. Your cabbage is just going to go. And the disease which are there, those are the cutworm, the black, all of them will get off, like the herpes normally disturb people in the cabbage. Please don't allow your cabbage to have a problem of fungal disease. Those fungal, the virus, I don't want you to have that challenge of the cabbage. So most of the cabbage are always being managed in northern Uganda without any problem. And now, what can somebody tell me? Are you looking for all this? Please make sure tweet direct to where Lira City is located and look for Low Road, and you get your cabbage. All the seeds are here with AgriSol Africa Limited.